I've been walking through this valley, afraid of the unknown. My God is always with me. I've never been alone, and I know that there are blessings already on the way. So while I'm waiting, I'll be lifting a melody of praise. I will sing in the valley like I'm on the mountain top. Circumstances change, but my God does not. He is able, He is faithful to see me through no matter what. So I'll just sing in the valley like I'm on the mountain top. There were times upon the mountain where you taught me to sing. I felt the comfort of your presence that only you can bring. So in this lonely valley, let a song rise from me. I will praise your name forever, no matter where you lead. I will sing in the valley like I'm on the mountain top. Circumstances change, but my God does not. He is able, He is faithful to see me through no matter what. So I'll just sing in the valley like I'm on the mountain top. He is able, He is faithful to see me through no matter what. So I'll just sing in the valley like I'm on the mountain top. Mountain top.
Well, good morning, everyone. What a morning. I see the first person in is Gordon. And Gordon, we were very nearly going to come and knock your door and see if we could use your studio. Only have a couple of kids here as well. We've had nothing but problems all morning, and hopefully you can hear my mic okay. We're having to leave some of the music out because we can't get it all in. There's just problems. We don't know what's happened. The system all closed down. Clifford Dearlovin, we've been in touch with him several times, and he's got the mic sorted, and then we're doing something else with the music, and everything went. So just pray, please pray, because just we're really at the whim of technical issues, and but the Lord can undertake. So that was Singing the Valley, and you're watching Singing in the Valley, and this is goodness Friday the 21st of August. Isn't it hard to believe we're going through another week? Classroom assistants, most of them are back, teachers, and kids head back to school this week. I cannot believe it, but that's how time goes, isn't it? But we're going to start with, please listen to the words of all of these, but this is the Phillips family singing I'll Be Surprised.
To a storm outside your window, winds of fear are knocking at your door. The lightning and the thunder have you wondering if you can even weather anymore. Remember when it rains, the sun still shining, although the clouds may hide the light of day. Don't give up, there's a new day dawning. There's hope on the horizon. The answer to your prayer is on the way. Sometimes it's hard to pray with faith, believing that a God so great will hear each time we call. But we can rest assured He's always listening, and He will hear His child above it all. Remember when it rains, the sun's still shining, although the clouds may hide the light of day. Oh, don't give up, there's a new day dawning. There's hope on the horizon. The answer to your prayer is on the way. So keep believing and keep on dreaming. All that you've been longing for is just around the bend. Remember when it rains, the sun's still shining, although the clouds may hide the light of day. Oh, don't give up, there's a new day dawning. There's hope on the horizon. The answer to your prayer is on the way. Hope is on the way. Oh, there's hope on the horizon. The answer to your prayer is on the way. Hope is on the way. Hope is on the way.
Okay, friends, well, that was not that was not the Phillips family singing I'll Be Surprised. But you know, the Lord makes no mistakes, and He's just told us their hope is on the way. So I don't know really how hope is on the way, but we do hope and pray that the Lord will get us through this, because everything's just going, I don't know, pear-shaped. But that actually was When It Rains, and that was Jim and Melissa Brady. And as you would remember, We have been advertising. Jim and Melissa are coming over next month, DV, 11th and 12th of September, and I've actually 2 on for them today. And that sort of starts my theme. It preempts it actually, because the theme today really is going to be kind of about the weather, and I'll do a wee bit more about that in a wee minute. But what we'll do is we'll start with some names. I'm sorry about you. Just gonna go way on in, Charlie. Don't be coming in here. You see, I'm being bombarded all round. Here's Charlie. Do you want to come and say hello quick? Come on and just wave. Just no, you can't come in here. Oh, you're watching me. Oh, very good. Okay, so just want to say hello. And there's Lily, and they've had a sleepover tonight. Okay, but you need to go here. Okay, you just go into your room, Charlie. Close the door, love. But that's very good if they're watching me now. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Can nobody hear at all? Can you maybe just, I don't know what's just going on here. Eric says some people are saying they can't hear. Can you hear at all? I'll carry on as if you can hear, okay? So we'll start with the names. So with Elizabeth Gardner and Martin and Sharon Bell, who had said that they would catch up later. And the same with our sister Anna Jemison, and Anna has a family wedding, apparently another one to go to today at 12, and I have an update which I'll try and remember later to give on Cherith. And as I say, there's Gordon and Francis in, and David Narville, thank you for saying hello to everybody. There's Paddy and our sister Sandra Scott. Sandra, happy birthday. We'll try and, we mightn't be able to actually play happy birthday later because I've had to leave some stuff out. And Carol and Davy and Jim Brown, the sheriff, and Margaret. And there's our sister Cheryl Preston. And we'll maybe just leave it there with Linda Jean and till I see if you can actually hear what I'm saying. Okay, Eric, will I just go on to, right, well, we'll try that number 1 again, and that was the Phillips family singing I'll Be Surprised.
Every morning when I wake up, I wonder, could this be the day when he splits the eastern sky and calls his church away? Well, by the signs of the time, I know it can't be long till we hear that trumpet sound, and we'll be going home. But if he don't come today, I'll just look for him tomorrow. This thing's about to end. No more death, no pain, no sorrow. I've got my bags packed up, and I'm ready now to ride. If he don't come today, I'll be surprised. If he don't come today, I'll be surprised. Each day that passes by, I get more homesick to go to see my precious Lord and my loved ones who have gone on. But until that day comes, I'll keep looking to the sky, where one day I know by faith my redemption will draw nigh. But if he don't come today, I'll just look for him tomorrow.
that wonderful? If he doesn't come today, I'll be surprised. But if he doesn't come today, he could come tomorrow. You know, it tells us in the Bible that even the angels in heaven don't know when the Lord will come back. And friend, you have to be ready. You don't know. It could be today. It could be tomorrow. We don't know. The signs of the times are very evident that the Lord's coming is drawing nigh or drawing near. So that was the Phillips family singing I'll Be Surprised, and I hope you enjoyed that. And we're going to actually finish, I think there's some we've had to leave out, but we'll be finishing one on the same theme as that as well. Now, some people were saying about the sound, and now they're saying they can hear better now. I am just going to talk as if you can hear me anyhow. So we'll just carry on with the names. And there's our sister Jo McWhirter, Gloria Miller-Green, Grace Curry, and there's Kimberly Moon, Lois Kearse, and Rosie. I know, Rosie, you were saying you couldn't hear. Michelle Darlington-Ray, and our brother Roy Mitchell. And I'll just carry on with these in case we do lose sound again. There's Harold, Celine, and Sanya Laquette. Celine, I'm sorry I didn't get replying back to or even checking in with those things. We have had a crazy week. I've had grandkids the other night. I knew Charlie was here, but it ended up that I was on my way leaving Oliver home from the 5-day club, and I said, do you want to stay? So he ended up staying, and then Lydia, Lily and Ruby and Eddie were with me, and didn't they all stay? And only Charlie was the only one prepared to stay. So they had a sleepover, and we've had quite a few of the kids all week, and we've still Charlie. And I'll say hello, Charlie and Lily, because you've been watching. I see you've signed in on YouTube. But we've had a 5-day club this week, and it's gone very well, even though the weather hasn't been very favourable. But when we needed it, the weather was fine. And it finishes tonight. Well, it's a barbecue tonight, and then on Sunday we have we're starting a mission, and that ends our 5-day club as well. Gary Goods at 4:30 in the tent in the Ballycreen Road, which we'll mention later. But Eric was driving the bus, and he's been working all week, and he was only in here at 6:10, and he was meant to be in the village at 5 to 6. And then we didn't get started even trying to get the stuff all into get sorted out until late, and it's just been a disaster. But the Lord knows best, and He knows what we'll get out there and what we won't. So we'll that, as I said, was the first one we played by accident, was When It Rains by Jim and Melissa. And we'll just play that other one then now of Jim and Melissa, and it's called Thunder. So please listen to the words.
It's true that He's the God that often whispers. It's true that He's the God who calms the sea, speaking to us words of hope and comfort, the ever-gentle, tender Prince of Peace. But sometimes in this life we face those moments, the desperate times we think we won't get through. That's when God Himself does something different, the kind of thing that makes the mountains move. That's when He thunders, the earth begins to shake, prisons crumble, chains begin to break. When the God that you've been praying to does what only He can do, we just stand there worshiping in wonder. When He thunders, stand there, you don't have to fear the rumble. He's working now in ways that you can't see. Remember, we are not the ones who tremble. No, it's the dark eyes, he's on the horizon. Lift your eyes, he's on the horizon. He's coming. Lift your eyes, he's on the horizon. Lift your eyes, he's on the horizon. Lift your eyes, he's on the horizon. He's coming, he's coming. When he thunders, the earth begins to shake. Prisons crumble, chains begin to break. When the God that you've been praying to does what only he can do, we just stand there worshiping in wonder. When he thunders, thunder. When he thunders.
Okay, so that was Thunder, and that was Jim and Melissa Brady. And I do hope you're hearing. I phoned Joanne there to say, but she's no internet. So Rachel's going to just send me a wee text to say that I think the music's coming out okay. Okay, so we'll see what happens. Anyhow, we'll just go down these names again. Hopefully you're hearing me okay. And there's our sister Violet, and thank you for saying hello to everybody on YouTube. And there's Jennifer Walker on as well. Hello Jennifer. And Barry Mitchell. Barry, hello, good to see you in. And hope you can hear us loud and clear. People are only gathering in, we have had just a disastrous morning. My mic in particular hasn't been working, and we've just had problems with we've had to change the different system, and we can't get all the music in. So we're just going to play what we have and leave it all with the Lord, because he knows best. There's May Reynolds in, and Dale Gilmer, Noel Murphy, and Juniper Green. And I'll just go down this a wee minute and see if there's anyone else here. I think that's more or less there at the moment. I see Violet saying hello to people, and right, I'll check that with Rachel. YouTube, absolutely grand. A wee bit of noise in the background, but just light. Yes, on Facebook loud and clear, that's dead on. So we'll thumbs up that, and let's hope we can carry on. Just as we're going to go with the flow, because that's all we can do at the moment. Now, the theme really that I've chosen for today, you'll see in all the different pieces, is about really the weather. And isn't the weather so unpredictable? I saw earlier, I don't often see the morning TV, but it was on earlier, and it was saying about all this crazy weather with rain and some new name of something. I don't know what it was, but you know, but isn't it wonderful that we do need the sunshine, we do need the rain, but sometimes don't you feel like earlier this year with so much rain? So we're actually going to be hearing about, making reference, let's say, to the weather. So the rain, the thunder, you've already heard, the wind, the storm. Well, maybe not the sunshine, because we're having to leave that one out. The darkness, the clear skies, the sunset, the morning, and the Lord has promised to be with us no matter what the weather in life we are facing. So we'll come back to that in a wee minute. I just want to read some verses with you. I'm not actually doing about creation as such, but I feel these verses are very important, from Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, Let there be light. And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So I'm not going to read any more into the story of creation, but I felt that those verses were very appropriate. And that word firmament is hard to say, never mind how many times I had to say it there. But so we are, I've told you about our what we're going to be speaking about, or in the theme. So we're going to actually have this one, and we're going to have a couple about the wind. And Keith and Karen Lindsay are singing The Master of the Wind, and that fantastic voice, the Cathedrals, are singing Even Winds Whisper His Name.
My boat of life sails on a troubled sea. Ever there's a wind in my sail. But I have a friend who watches over me. When the breeze turns into a gale, I know the master of the wind. I know the maker of the rain. He can calm the storm, make the sun to shine again. I know the master of the wind. Sometimes I soar like an eagle to the heights. Among the peaks my soul can be found. An unexpected storm may drive me from the heights. Bring me low, but never bring me down. I know the master of the wind. I know the maker of the rain. He can calm the storm, make the sun to shine again. I know the master of the wind. I know the master of the wind. I know the maker of the rain. He can calm the storm, make the sun to shine again. I know the master of the wind. He can calm the storm, make the sun to shine again. I know the master of the wind. distance is woven in time. The stars leave not their assignment. The seasons repeat perfect rhyme, and oceans flow where he placed them. Mountains his greatness proclaim. All things speak of his greatness. Even winds whisper his name. Even winds whisper his name. Even winds whisper his name.
Of all things his master, of all things king.
Even winds whisper his name.
The heavens declare his glory. The dove toils not, yet is fed. And why have we any worry? The future is his, he has said. Just place your trust in Jesus and grasp his promises true. Lilies are arrayed in glory. So much more he'll do for you.
Even winds whisper his name. Even winds whisper his name.
Of all things his master, of all things king. Even winds whisper his name.
Of all things he's master.
Of all things he's king. Even winds whisper his name.
So that was the Cathedrals singing Even Winds Whisper His Name. Isn't that amazing? And the next time you hear the wind, you just think of that wee phrase. And previous to that with Keith and Karen Lindsay, and they were singing about the Master of the Wind. Now, Eric has just informed me that apparently our brother Gordon will be having Keith Lindsay in with him in the morning in his programme. Presenting the Acre Gospel Mission, which has been going, I think it's 90 years. They're celebrating next year, DV. And but he'll be talking about Victor Maxwell's book, and it's called A Flame for Christ, and he'll be talking about the Acre. And we have precious memories of Victor and Audrey, and especially of our brother Tom Geddes. Tom was a very dear friend of ours who we met at Bible Club camp, and then sort of teen camp, and we years ago we had planned, along with Harry and Christine, Eric and I were going to go out to visit, actually back home again with Tom Geddes and Ethel, but different things happened. I think Christine took ill and one thing another, and I never got. But sadly, Dr. Tom Geddes, absolutely amazing, and you just smile. My family, my brother Adrian and Joanne, would just smile when we think of Tom. And he sadly passed away, and we were at his funeral in Lurgan Baptist earlier this year, was it? I think it was earlier this year, and it was lovely to see Victor and Audrey as well. And years and years ago, Victor was Tom was going back to the mission field, Tom and Ethel, 1981, so that's how many years ago it was, and no one was doing anything, and so we invited them to our house, and Tom stuck a couple of prayer cards in his pocket, and we invited some of her friends, Elizabeth and Marjorie and Dorothy, and he thought he was just coming to us. But in the meantime, we had organised, there used to be a place, we lived in Carryduff then, and there was a place, a conference centre, Christian conference centre called the Dogwood, which our friend Campbell Emerson owned. And so we had organised our friend, it was Thomas, my brother-in-law Thomas, to come in a chauffeur hat, and got a nice car, and he took him and Ethel away for a drive. And in the meantime, we went across to the Dogwood, it was the Dogwood, because you see, they all lived in Canada, and that's the connection with the Dogwood. And so then Victor Maxwell had given me all this information, and a friend of ours, Keith's home at the moment, actually, as far as I know. He's now in Australia, and Keith, he was Eamon Andrews. It's not the right way, Eric Guilford. And we had different groups singing. Davy Anderson and his sisters were singing, and we had different ones singing. And then at the very end, we brought Victor and his family out as a surprise. And we had a wonderful night, and we had a wonderful supper. And in those days, you didn't really have videos. But our friend Wilfred Crawford, and hello Wilfred and Barbara if you're watching, got in touch with chap from Gilmer's Electricals in the Lisburn Road, and they very kindly did a video which we are very proud to still have. So that was a wonderful memory of the Acre, and I know they do a fantastic work. And if by any chance Lucy Marr's watching in, Lucy Marr, we're still thinking of you as well. Now, so that's tomorrow. So we'll say hello to Gary Gamble and Clifford and Christine. Clifford, thank you for all your help. And Danny, it's good to see you watching in. Danny, I hope everything went well last night down at the missionary convention. I forget what it's called, in Bangor, I think it was. Danny, Faith, Annabelle, Jonah and Charlotte. Noreen Kirkpatrick, Renee Somerville and Helen Lunn. And anyone else. Did I say hello to Abby W? If I didn't, hello. And I'll come back maybe and say hello to the ones that Violet is saying hello to as well. So I think that is all there. I'll say hello to Joanne and Rachel and Sophie for when you get watching in, and Bertie and Mita and Rebecca, and we'll say hello to Mita's friend Florence. Hope you're still listening in, and we'll say hello to Adrian and Ruth. We'll leave it there in the meantime. Now, we're not able then now to bring our devotional from our brother Roger Higginson, so we'll just go on with the next piece of music, and this is the Booth Brothers, and they're singing A Storm Now and Then.
My dreams were shattered, and all that mattered was gone on the winds of sorrow. Everything I had planned swept out I saw no hope for tomorrow. With my heart near to breaking, I cried, Lord, I can't make it by myself. I just can't carry on. And with the storm at its darkest came his words, I'll never leave you. You are loved, let my strength be your own. It takes a storm now and then to remind me to depend upon the Lord and to rest in his word. For in the wind and the rain I learned to call on his name, and I thank him in my song. It took a storm to make me strong. When my feet are stumbling and my hopes are crumbling, the Lord is there abiding. He is peace, he is calm in the midst of the storm. The Lord is there abiding. He is grace, he is power, he is strength for each hour. He is comfort and safety from all harm. There is joy in my soul, for the Lord has control, and beneath are his everlasting arms. It takes a storm now and then to remind me to depend upon the Lord and to rest in his word. For in the wind and the rain I've learned to call on his name, and I thank him in my song. It took a storm to make me strong. Yes, I thank him in my song. It took a storm to make me strong. It took a storm to make me strong.
Wasn't that absolutely beautiful? That was the Booth Brothers, A Storm Now and Then. It took a storm to make me strong. And I'm sure there are a lot of you that are watching in today can say amen to that. Because, you know, when we're saved, we're not promised an easy road. Because we do go through storms, just like there are storms. You know, we don't know. I know the forecast storms, and sometimes they've got it wrong. But, you know, storms do come into our lives. We don't get any warning of them. They're unexpected usually. But, you know, don't we get through them? If we're saved, the Lord has promised to be with us. By our side, he promised he'll never leave us or forsake us. So it took a storm to make me strong. And, you know, I think that's right. When we get through these storms, we come out much stronger at the other end. Just like, you know, you think of we did about the potter and the clay, and you think of how that it when coming into the fire and then comes out stronger. So we'll just say hello to just to some more here. Oh, I was going to say Dave Polling's not in, but I just see he sent me a wee message there. So I'll have a wee look to see what mischief he's been up to. And there's our brother Ben Kay. Ben, lovely to have you in. And there's Derek and Claire Greenaway. Derek, I don't know if you were in earlier, but we've been having a bit of problems with our sound, and we can't get all our music in. We've had to go over to a different system, and there's a few pieces but we're not going to be able to play, but the Lord will undertake, and he knows best. So we'll say hello to Doreen Lees. Doreen from Saskatchewan. Doreen, lovely to see you when you catch up. And Fred Greenfield. Okay, Fred, hello, still thinking of you. And Betty Patton and Pearl Monteith. I saw when we were around getting the kids for the Good News, the 5-day club last night. This year I decided I wasn't going on the bus, but I've been following around and taking some of my grandkids and different other ones. And I saw your big son-in-law James and Isaac last night. I think they were probably walking around to the shop. And hello, Margaret Briggs. And I think I said hello, Anna, to you earlier. And Oda Corner. And we'll say hello to David, Carla and Oliver. Lydia, Aaron, Ruby, Lily, because she's down the stairs, and Eddie. And but they've all had their sleepovers this week here. And we'll say hello to Jonathan and Thomas. And we're hoping to see Thomas next week, DV. And Carl and Queenie, if you're watching in. Shannon Burrows and Stephen and Cherie. Cherie's back to work again, but she loves it. She really does. So we'll just leave it there in the meantime. And there's Dale Gilmer. Dale says that she is listening while working. And Opal Reeves' birthday today. I don't know whether Opal is watching in. So I don't know that we can play the happy birthday doodah, but we'll see later when we come to that. Right, okay, so we'll just carry on with what we can do here. And in Ecclesiastes 12 verses 1 and 2, we read, "Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain." So friend, if you're not saved, if you haven't accepted the Lord Jesus as your own and personal Saviour, you have to do it now. Do you know, we were talking earlier there at the very beginning about the Lord coming back, my friend. You need to be ready for the Lord coming back. You need to be ready if something happens to you and you were wiped out like that. We are just, you just hear the news, and one after one after one, or 5 or whatever, young people all just wiped out in a second. And older people as well, and people sick, and you have to be ready. And because if you're not, the sad thing is you'll not be with the Lord in heaven. So we do pray. That's why we have these programs for the unsaved, that they will come and trust the Lord, but also for those that are saved, that the Lord will encourage them. Because, as we said, it's not an easy road, and sometimes we're up in the mountain, and sometimes we're in the valley. So we're going to hear the Reverend William McRae singing God Walks the Dark Hills, and then we're going to hear Liam McGee singing The Morning Comes.
God walks the dark hill,
byway. He walks on the billows of life's troubled sea. He walks on the cold, dark night, shadows of midnight. God walks the dark hills just to guide you and me. God walks the dark hills to guide my footsteps. He walks everywhere, by night and by day. He walks in silence on down the highway. God walks the dark hills to show me the way. Then God walks in the storm, the rain and the sunshine. He walks on the billows, on through glimmering lights. Help us walk up the mountain so high, cross rivers through valleys. God walks the dark hills, 'cause he loves you and me. God walks the dark hills to guide my footsteps. He walks everywhere, by night and by day. He walks in silence on down the highway. God walks the dark hills to show me the way.
I cried to Jesus, oh, but it seems he doesn't hear my prayer. Is this real or just a dream? Or is he really there? And then the morning comes, and then the morning comes, and then the morning comes. I get so weary, and day by day I sink into despair, and life grows dreary, and so I say, does my God really care? When in the dark I I look around, trouble and pain, and men with hearts like stone. I'm glad I'm found, but I keep saying, when will he take me home? And then the morn will come, and then the morn will come, and then the morn will come. When will the morning come? When will the morning come? When will the morning come? When will the morning come?
Okay, so we heard about the dark hills, and you know what it's like at night. You know, when you're in bed and you're alone with your thoughts, and you start to think about things that you maybe wouldn't think about in the daytime when you're busy, but night times are hard, aren't they? And you can get very down and you start to think over things, and maybe you overthink things. But then the morning comes, and isn't that brilliant? And we have so much to thank the Lord that the Lord woke us up this morning, and we're able to listen even though we had problems. And we're so thankful for this opportunity that Clifford and Christine and the Lord have given us to bring the gospel to you. That's why we hate messing about when things don't work. But the Lord has it all under control. And even though we've particularly planned it a certain way, well, it's taken out of our hands. And we just have to depend on the Lord. Now, I'll just say, and that was God Walks the Dark Hills with William McRae, and The Morning Comes by Len McGee. Always loved Len McGee from years ago. Joanne particularly loved Len. And I know Gordon would play him quite a bit too. Now, Darren Peach. Darren, good to have you in, and thank you so much for your comments. And there's Nanny Pamela Lucas in with wee Harvey. Hello, Harvey. How are you? And, there's Janine Smith in. I'll say hello to you now, Janine. And also, who did I see there? Alida Coleman. Hello, Alida, how are you? And actually, when I'm doing this, I'll just say hello to the ones that Violet has said hello to, in case, because there were 20 odds watching in on YouTube, and I've only so many names. So she's mentioned Alida, and anybody we have. Myrna, yes, hello Myrna, if you're watching in or you catch up, we're still thinking about you. Oh, and Violet's sisters Edith and Isabel McMillan, who have, Jim and Anne Ferguson, Vivian Forsyth, and yes, I think that's all the other names. We've mentioned the rest of them. And we'll just mention some more. There's David and Margaret Palmer. Hopefully you'll get catching up. Our sister Eva Thompson. Yes, remind me. I'll try and remember to mention Eva when we're talking about prayer. I'm sure Eva would love your continued prayers. And as would Myrna. Ethel Lindsay. Diane Slater from Peterhead. Anne Kyle. Kenny Price. Timothy McCormick. Tanya, Ryan and Ethan. Charles Robinson. Ian Carty. Hazel and Colin. Sandra's sisters Valerie and Sharon. Kush Beggs. And Freddie. I don't see Freddie in. Ronald and Sharon Hannah. We'll say hello to you if you get in. We'll say hello to these other ones in a wee minute. Now, so I'm going to do a poem, and this is really about sunshine. Now, with music and all picked and everything, but we're not going to bother. So I'll just do this poem in a wee minute, and then I was then going to play after this There Is Sunshine by the Chuck Wagon Gang, but it wasn't in our music, and it's Spotify, and we can't play Spotify because Eric's had to move the music over, so we can only play certain things today, and that'll affect us later as well. But anyhow, There Is Sunshine was one I'll play it maybe next week TV or whenever I'm back on. And then we have The Unclouded Day by the Village Singers. So we'll do the poem first, and then we'll go on to the music. Now, so do you like the sunshine? I'm sure, like me, you do. And the sun was really blazing earlier there. I see it's dulling down a wee bit. But don't cast a cloud until May is out. Did your mum ever say that to you, or did you hear somebody saying that? Well, it definitely is imprinted on my mind. So, don't cast a cloud until May is out is firmly imprinted on my mind. We are grateful when we are blessed with rays of sunshine when the weather is kind. Do you feel more bright and cheerful with the sun beaming all day long, not needing to worry about a brolly or having a coat to put on? It was time to ditch the socks and boots and put sandals on sweaty feet, pack away jumpers and heavy clothes, but keeping something warm nearby to keep. The downside is having lots of sun, or the weeds that seem to explode, and no matter how often they're pulled out, they come back to increase your workload. When you see a glimmer of sunshine, do you take a cuppa outside until flies and wasps annoy you and send you once more back inside? Praise God for a wonderful weather, but we must also be grateful for rain, for the sudden burst of rain clouds makes everything feel fresh again. How can I not appreciate God's creation? Gazing round makes me think about heaven. How much more beautiful glory must be. Its splendour we can only imagine. Our lives aren't always filled with sunshine. At times they can be dark and dreary. When we're plunged down deep in the valley, our hearts are heavy and weary. As believers, we know that our Father will listen to our heartfelt prayers. He loves us and shows his compassion by sharing our worries and cares. He's with us in both good and bad times, on the mountain top or valley below. Aren't you happy to know our Saviour is close beside you wherever you go? Don't just take the weather for granted. Make sure you give thanks to the Lord. With his power, God controls every season. He calmed the storms by the power of his word. Lord, we ask you to send showers of blessing, our dry, wilting hearts to refresh. We are so grateful for your love and provision. In sun, storm, or rain, Lord, please bless.
Oh, they tell me of a home far beyond the skies. Oh, they tell me of a home far away. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless day. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Tell me that he smiles on his children there, and his smiles drive their sorrows all away. And they tell me that no tears ever come again in that lovely land of unclouded day. tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, the land of cloudless day. Oh, the land of an unclouded sky. Oh, they tell me of a home where no storm clouds rise. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day. Oh, they tell me of an unclouded day.
Okay, I see I need to maybe come back to these names because I see there's a whole lot here that I maybe need to just, they're going up there quite fast. So that was Unclouded Day. And that was a village singer singing that. And thank you for the comments about the poem. I really do appreciate them. That was from my last book, Precious Life Poems 3. And for those of you that know Cranfield, all my books have Cranfield on them, because it's a special place, and that's the beach there as well. All right, okay. Now, just to do some more names, yes, we'll pray for. I want to pray for Rachel. Joanne was saying there that Rachel has woken up with a very bad migraine this morning. So Rachel, we do pray that you'll be feeling much better and that you have a safe journey home. And Sandra Lou Peretti, I think I saw maybe you had something up as well. You weren't feeling so well, but hello and you're very welcome in. Becky Rain Sable, I've just caught there. Someone saying hello to you, Becky. And Helen Lunn. And hope, Helen, you're doing a bit better. And Lois Watson. I'll just go down here because I hopefully haven't missed any of these ones out. Sandra Lou, Helen, and there's Barry. Right, I think, and Darren, and yeah. I think that's more or less caught up there, and then as always YouTube gets so far and it just stops, but it happens, it seems to happen most of us. So we'll say hello to Freddie's friends, if Freddie's are with them, Kathy, Margaret, Valerie and Rhonda, and Uda and Alistair Beatty, Billy, Dennis and Alistair, Agnes McKissick, hello Agnes, and Beth, Maureen, Valerie, Fiona, Elizabeth and Marjorie, hello, Irene and Colville, Pauline, Eleanor, Caroline Clark, Stephen's cousin, Sharon and David, Bob and Isa Lewis, Georgina, Sylvia, Doris and Valerie. So we'll just continue on another wee bit and then we'll see. Yeah, we'll just leave it there in the meantime. Now we're going to do the announcements next, and this one as my wee 4-year-old grandson. Isn't it crazy, Granny? And it's crazy. So I'll give you these because it's not working with the sound. No, it's actually not an Aussie moment. There's something wrong with the mic and it's not gone up with the, we don't know what's wrong, but there's a problem somewhere in the whole system which we need to get sorted. But we're just so thankful that we've got on as far as we have today, and hopefully you can hear me now. So we'll just go over that again. Change Lives Matters in the big tent, Carnlough Road, Bashane, BT 43 7HF, with the evangelist Dr. Paul Ferguson, Larne Mission Hall. Now you've seen them up there, so I'll not put them up. And tonight is the last night, weeknight 8 p.m. and Sunday 8:15. So please, if you can't go, do pray for them. I believe they've had a good time. 12 Arches Drive-In Church every Sunday, May to September at 5 p.m. DV, You Must Be Born Again. This week the singers are Revival, that's Gordon's group, and the preacher is Thomas Wallace, and he is definitely worth going to hear. So please pray for Martin, and I'll put a lot of work into it. Please pray for them. And then our church, Ballyhinch Free P Church, are having a tent mission. I've told you about the 5-day club has been on all week, and then we're continuing on from Sunday to Sunday to for a gospel mission, and it is our brother Gary Good. So it's from the 23rd to the 30th of August. This Sunday is at 4:30 in the tent, and the weeknights are at 8 p.m. in the tent. And then next Sunday, DV, is 7 p.m. in the church in Ballyhinch. Now, the tent venue is Ballycreen Road, Ballyhinch. Now, I'll give you the postcode. It's BT 24 8UB. But if you're not sure where it is, just get in touch with some of us and we can explain. And we'd love to see you there. And the verse, John 3 verse 7, marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. So please, please pray for our mission as well as all the other missions that are on. And there's been a lot of holiday Bible clubs this week as well. And I know Joanne and Grow, they had theirs 2 weeks ago. So isn't it fantastic that we have the opportunity to bring the boys and girls in. They mightn't come in necessarily to a church, but they'll come in maybe to a tent or to a school or somewhere else to hear the gospel. So it's amazing. And then everyone's welcome to the Country and Southern Gospel Friendship and Fellowship Time, Wednesday the 5th of August, Wednesday the 2nd of September from 2 to 4 in Ballyhinch Baptist Church, 24 Lisburn Road, BT 24 8BL. Tea, coffee and light refreshments and gospel singing. So the folks, Gordon and all, would love to see you there. It comes round again very quickly. And then this is our last one, and it is New Songs Concert, the 10th anniversary weekend, Jim and Melissa Brady, Friday the 11th, Saturday the 12th September at 7 p.m. And that's run by NS Concerts, and we're saying hello there to Charles Robinson. And tickets £25, under 10s are free. Tickets are available from the Faith Mission, Ballymena, Bangor, Belfast, Lisburn, Portadown, or www.eventbrite.co.uk, supported by the NSC Choir. And you heard earlier twice there from Jim and Melissa. And the prayer room administered by Avril and David Dale. If you have any need for prayer for yourself or someone else, you can contact the prayer room on Facebook. You're free to keep the names and information confidential if that's your desire. Let me just... So, Cherith, just to read... right, so this is an update just from earlier this morning. Out of hospital on Wednesday evening, breathing easier now with a load of new meds. Wasn't supposed to be like this. The big appointment with the cardiac surgeon is on Tuesday, and Cherith and Nick are going back to the cardiac ICU to thank them very much today with a wee gift. They were so attentive. So continue praying for Charlotte, but it's good that she's out of hospital again, but has a long way to go. Andrew Gardner, I haven't got an update on Andrew. Did I say hello to Ozzy earlier? I think I maybe did. Ozzy and Pamela, but I think I maybe did at the beginning. And I want to show you this update polling because before I forget. And then today's programmes, we have Jim Lan at 2 p.m. Oh, you may go and see who that is. There's somebody at the door. Jim Lan at 2 p.m. with Chaplin's Corner. 7 p.m. Jim Ferguson with Highways and Byways. And 11 a.m. Saturday, tomorrow, Gordon Wallace with Saturday Songs. And as we said earlier, Keith Lindsay will be joining Gordon. Keith Lindsay will be talking about the Acre Gospel Mission, brilliant organisation, and he'll be talking about Victor's book. Okay, so then there'll be, there's a new, I had it down there somewhere, there'll be a new lineup for some of next week, or from next week, all been well. On Tuesday night, Jim Brown will be taking over. He will be moving his country gospel programme to Tuesday night, and then Clifford will move into his spot on Wednesday night with Sowing Good Seed. So keep that in mind as well. Birthdays, we'll say happy birthday to Sandra, Scott, and to Opal Rees, and anyone else is having a birthday that I haven't noticed or I've forgotten about. Did I see anybody else coming in there? I am not 100%. It was going way up there and I'm not 100% sure. I hate if I miss anybody. Oh yes, I know. Right, Tom. Oh, no, I needed that. That's good boy, Charlie, for reminding me. So that was, this says, chasing electrical problems. So it's, you maybe can't see it very well. And then I meant to do last week's, and it was Roger on my shoulder. No, I'm on his shoulder. I'm keeping an eye on him anyhow. Okay, Dave, thank you so much. Okay, you can take my phone now anyhow. Okay, and I think that's all in the way of announcements. And just some more names. Yes, I've said hello. So, Valerie, May and Ken, Bethany, Stephen, Elijah and Afia, Mark and Anna, William, Smith. I think I said hello, Michelle Darlington Ray earlier, I think I did. And Anita, Gillian and Nigel Campbell, John and Carol Taylor. John, I hope you have had a lovely birthday earlier in the week. Steve, Bruno Samuels, Shirley and Billy, Pauline and Noel. We're praying for Noel's mum. Ashley Miller and her dad. Jeremy Williams, haven't seen Jeremy in. And we'll say hello to Graham, Stacey and family. Charles Surratt, Mary Ann Dolby from Australia. So I hope I haven't really missed anybody there at the moment. Now, in Psalm 113 verses 2 to 5, blessed be the name of the Lord from this time forth and forevermore. From the rising of the sun until the going down of the same, the Lord's name is to be praised. The Lord is high above all nations, and his glory above the heavens. Who is like unto the Lord our God, who dwelleth on high? Now, we're going to hear one from Three Bridges called The Sun Sets and Rises. And then this is one of the ones that we unfortunately can't play because we can't bring it over from the other system, and it would have been lovely, but it was, I'll play it again, open well, The Wonder of It All by George Beverly Shea. So just think of The Wonder of It All, but we are, in the meantime, we're going to play The Sun Sets and Rises by Three Bridges.
Mighty raging sea, the ruler of the universe, the Lord of all I see. His touch can mend the broken heart or set the captive free. Blessed Rock of Ages, he means everything to me. sun sets and rises at the sound of his command. The winds begin to blow by the moving of his hand. He's my all in all, my everything, the beginning and the end. And the sun sets and rises in him. He's the promise of tomorrow, my light along the way, my hope in times of sorrow, my strength from day to day. So why should I worry when the storms around me roll? For the sun sets and rises, and he is in control. Oh, the sun sets and rises at the sound of his command. The winds begin to blow by the moving of his hand. He's my all in all, my everything, the beginning and the end. And the sun sets and rises in him. Oh, the sun sets and rises at the sound of his command. The winds begin to blow by the moving of his hand. He's my all in all, my everything, the beginning and the end. And the sun sets and rises in him. Oh yes, the sun sets and rises at the sound of his command. The winds begin to blow by the moving of his hand. He's my all in all, my everything, the beginning and the end. And the sun sets and rises in him. He's my all in all, my everything, the beginning and the end. And the sun sets and rises in him.
Yes, the sun sets and rises. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? And if I had been able to play the other one, George Beverly Shea, oh, the wonder of it all. And what a wonder to look around us and to see everything. And we talked last week about, remember we played, In the Stars His Handiwork I See. And you know, there's obviously God's handiwork everywhere, and some week we will do about creation itself. Hope you've enjoyed the programme. We've done about different parts of the weather, and thank you for spending the time with us, and I hope you have been encouraged and comforted and reminded, as Rosie was saying there, that the Lord's with us all the time. And hopefully we've heard there that when we do go through a storm, that we come out stronger at the other end. Now, so no matter what the weather, stormy weather you're going through, your Heavenly Father's by your side guiding you through. And if you're not saved, please come and trust the Lord. Don't put it off. Please come today. Don't even leave it till later on, because you don't know what happens. Come now. Now is the accepted time. Now is the day of salvation. All right. Now, I've said there about Clifford will be on Wednesday night up and well. Jim will be on Tuesday. But can you believe that not next week, but the following week, we will be a year on the programme. And in that year, we haven't been off any Fridays, but we won't be here next Friday, and we're unable to be here. So Clifford is very kindly, the boss man, is going to kindly step in on our behalf, and Davey, we will be back the next week. But where does a year go? It's unbelievable. And we thank the Lord so much that even though we've had difficulties here, there and yonder, that we've been well enough to come on, and you know that the Lord has blessed us and hopefully blessed you through all the programmes. Now, so we'll be back, DV, on the 4th of September. And so we started with thinking of the Lord's soon return. And my friend, can I finish by asking you the question, are you ready? So we're closing with a lovely one from Alan Parks with that thought. Oh yes, sorry, I meant to say hello, Joan Garrett. And Celine has put an urgent prayer request in there for his wife, Sanji. She's been sick for 3 days. Sorry, brother. I had it written down and then it got waylaid. I think that's most of the names anyhow. So, friends, take care and God bless. And we're going to finish with this lovely one by Alan Park singing, I Am Waiting for the Dawning.
I am waiting for the dawning of that bright and blessed day, when the darksome night of sorrow shall have vanished far away. And I am waiting for the coming of my Lord who died for me. Oh, his words have thrilled my spirit. I will come again for thee. Hear his footfall on the threshold of the door, and my heart is longing